Good morning, Kipsters. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. The objective today is I can learn the meaning of the prefix dis. Yesterday, Kipsters, our independent practice was to spell words with the long U sound. How did you do? Well, I was very pleased, Kipsters. Most Kipsters spelled the words fuel with a UE and continue with a UE correctly. 80% of Kipsters that turned in their survey got those two words spelled correctly. Now, there was one word that Kipsters, only 50% of second graders spelled humid correct. Humid is spelled with one long U. The other word that Kipsters did pretty good on, about 67% of Kipsters spelled volume correctly. Volume is spelled V-O-L-U consonant E. But I was very pleased at the results, Kipsters. Keep practicing. Keep looking at your sight words. The more that you practice reading, the more that you practice writing, the better that you will become at learning those spelling patterns and applying those spelling patterns. Alrighty, day 3. Today we are going to analyze the prefix dis. Okay, so we are going to blend words that have the prefix dis, and we are also going to blend sentences that have prefixes dis and probably un in them as well. Then again, we'll have an independent practice, which is a guided practice Google slide. All right, Kipsters, let's watch a video about the prefix dis.
Today, let's learn and review the prefix dis. To recap, a prefix is a letter or group of letters placed at the beginning of a word in order to change that word's meaning. So, you take your prefix, you take your root word, you add them together, and it creates a whole new word. Let's look at some new words with the prefix dis. If I take dis and add it to the root word infect, I now have the word disinfect. Similarly, if I take the prefix dis and add it to the root or base word like, I create the new word dislike. But wait, why so sad? Oh, we have new words, but you don't know what they mean? Well, without understanding their meaning, words are useless. So let's figure this out. Dis, as in disinfect. Well, I can find the root word infect. That's yucky. If something is infected, it's got germs. Hey, wait, I've heard that word disinfect. Like when you clean or use wipes to disinfect things. It gets rid of the germs and the yuckiness. Okay, so now dislike. I see the root word like. I know what that means. But if I dislike something, I'm pretty sure that means I don't like it at all. Oh, I see now. Dis is a prefix that changes a word's meaning to the opposite of or not. That makes sense. Look at these root words that you can add the prefix dis to. Satisfied, respect, please, able, agree, and honest. Right now, I encourage you to pause this video, add the prefix dis to these words, and even try some out in sentences to practice their new meanings. So, did you do it? Well, let's check and see what you got. Do your answers match mine? My first one is dissatisfied, which means the opposite of satisfied. So if you're dissatisfied, you're probably not happy at all. Another one is disagree. If you agree with something, you have the same view or opinion, but when you disagree, it's the opposite. So I wouldn't share the same views and opinions about something when I disagree. We could be here all day going over new words and their meanings when we add dis to the beginnings, but I would hate for you to fall asleep. So instead, here are a few main things to remember about the prefix dis. First thing to remember, dis is a prefix, which means it can be added to the beginning of many words. Remember, I say many because not all words make sense when using the prefix dis. And second, when we add the prefix dis to the beginning of a word, it changes that word's meaning, and now it means the complete opposite. So, don't get discouraged anymore because now you know all about the prefix dis.
Great job, Kipsters. Now let's look at words that have the prefix dis. Okay? The first thing that we need to do is identify the root word. Let's look at line 1. There are 4 words that have the prefix. That means a word part that comes at the beginning of a root word. First, let's identify the root word. Then we can decide, once we understand or know the meaning of the root word, then we can determine the entire meaning or the new meaning of the word when you add dis to it. Take about 15 seconds. Look at the words in line 1. What do those words mean? If you need more time, pause the video. Alrighty, Kipsters. Did you see the root word in line 1, like? Line 2, the root word is agree. The root word in word 3 is honest. The root word in the 4th word is respect. Now let's read aloud those 4 words together and then we'll determine their meaning. 1, 2, ready, read. Dislike, disagree, dishonest, disrespect. Alrighty, Kipsters. So remember, the root word dis means the opposite of. So if you like something, what is the opposite of liking something? You got it. Dislike means you do not like something. If you agree, that means that you share the same beliefs, or it's a meeting of the mind. So disagree means to not agree. Honest, somebody that is honest tells the truth. What is dishonest? It is the opposite of someone who tells the truth. Respect, okay? So you've got it. Disrespect is the opposite of respecting someone, the lack of respect. Alrighty, Kipsters. The 4 words in line 2, I would like you to identify the root word. And then I want you to think, what is the opposite of that root word when I add the prefix dis? If you need more time, pause the video. Begin. Alrighty, Kipsters. The root word in the first word in line 2 is trust. Okay, when you trust somebody, that means you have a belief in who or what. That's a hard one to. Distrust just means the opposite of trust. Connect means to put together. If you disconnect, that means the opposite. You are going to take apart. Pleased means you are agreeable or you're happy with something. If you're displeased, you are the opposite of pleased. Continue means to keep going. If you discontinue, that means the opposite of that. Alrighty, Kipsters, how did you do? Remember, the key to understanding or analyzing a word that has a prefix dis is to first identify the root word and understand its meaning. Let's look at sentences that have a word that has a prefix dis. Take about 10 seconds to identify the word that has the prefix dis in it. Awesome. I see a word that has a prefix dis. Can you decode this word here on your own, Kipsters? Begin. How did you do, Kipsters? This word could be a little difficult, but let's break it down multisyllabic. First, I noticed that there is an D sound at the end. This A is a little tricky because if you cover up this prefix dis, remember Miss McAfee said sometimes when there's multiple vowels in a word, one of the vowels does not do what it's supposed to, and that's going to be this A. So we're not going to say assembled. We're not going to say ah. We are going to say So it's s, m, b, old. Got a schwa there. Now I'm going to add on the prefix dis. Disassembled. Disassembled. Multisyllabic, Kipsters. Disassembled. Awesome. So if I assemble something, it means I put it together. What does it mean if I disassemble? You got it, Kipsters. Dis means the opposite of. So if assembled means to put something together, disassembled means to take it apart. It's the opposite of the root word. Now I would like you to read the entire sentence on your own. Take about 15 seconds. Begin. Great job, Kipsters. How did you do? I forgot to ask you to first identify the high frequency words. Do you notice the high frequency words? Makes it a little bit easier to fluently read this sentence if you're able to identify the high frequency words. I noticed the, was, before, it. Let's read this sentence together. Ready, Kipsters? 1, 2, ready, read. The robot was disassembled before it became unstable. Kipsters, this last word here, we are going to talk about the prefix un tomorrow. Unstable. Alrighty, Kipsters, let's get into what your independent practice will be today. Today is Wednesday. I really want us to focus on working hard. Your job, and Miss McAfee put examples here. So if you watch this video all the way through, I should see Kipsters that are able to fill out the 4 blank spots on their own. 2, 3, and 4, your job is to add the prefix dis to the base words. Here is the base word. Then you'll write the new word here where it says new word. Then you will write the meaning of the new word, like the example. The base word is advantage. Then I'm going to add the prefix dis to the base word, get a new word. You are going to type in the new word like I did here. The new word is disadvantage. Then I have to say, what is the new meaning? The new meaning is to not have an advantage, okay? 6, you're going to write a sentence because Miss McAfee already wrote one sentence for you. My sentence is going to use, I already used one of these words, so you can't use advantage because I already used it. Your sentence, you can choose either the word appear, order, or respect. You are going to use one of those words once you've added the prefix dis to it. Here's my example. The Broncos are at an disadvantage with a rookie quarterback. It should actually be the Broncos are at a disadvantage with a rookie quarterback, period. Don't forget that period at the end of your sentence. My sentence starts with a capital, it ends with a period, and I made sure that I used the new word that I created, disadvantage. Make sure you're also using the new word as well. Well, Kipsters, I think that you will do very well. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.